Hi, this is Brandon with Precision Defensive Solutions. Today we're going to talk a little bit about Ohio's new permitless carry, or better known as constitutional carry law, that's going to go into effect on June 13th of 2022. So stay tuned. So let's talk a little bit about this. Up until this point, Ohio has had a training requirement to obtain a permit to carry a concealed handgun license, not a CCW. Many people call that a CCW for whatever reason, I don't know. Even law enforcement knows it as CCW. But it really is a concealed handgun license. It's a CHL. Where they mandated 6 hours of training in a non-live fire environment in a classroom, and then 2 hours live fire on a range to verify people's safety skills. And I put safety in quotes. The reason I put safety in quotes is because we've had numerous students come through classes that have gone through other concealed carry classes and come away feeling like they didn't learn anything. And that's really sad because concealed carry is such a huge responsibility that for people to come away not feeling like they know anything is not good. And then there's going to be people that they don't accept that because they don't feel like they had to take a class anyway, and they come away still not knowing anything, and they carry a gun. That's scary also. The not knowing, and then the people that are just completely complacent to it and they just don't care. That's a scary combination when you're talking about concealed carry. So let's talk a little bit about responsibility with concealed carry. When you decide to carry a firearm for self-defense on a daily basis, there's a lot of responsibilities that come into this. Not just firearms handling safety skills itself, and this is where I think the class and the state requirement was severely lacking. And I really kind of had an issue with how you could get the certification to teach it, and what was being taught, in all honesty. So when we talk about responsibility, and you hear us talk about this all the time, so not only in firearms safety handling skills, but keeping the gun pointed in a safe direction, blah, 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 but knowing how that applies in a self-defense situation, and defining what a safe direction is in a safe in a self-defense situation where you absolutely are in fear of serious or great bodily harm or death, as the law states, and you can articulate that, and you need your gun, and you need it right now, and you are out in a busy public area. What's a safe direction? Because if we talk about safe direction as in the direction of least consequence, as active self-protection uses it, and I think that's great. Really, that person that's attacking you, that's the least consequence. Everybody else who's innocent in that situation is a very high consequence. So we really have to know our backstop, and to be able to do that and recognize those things under stress takes training. And it really takes training. So the basic concealed carry course really was a safety course in mind, and I get the point of it, and I do think that it's each and every individual gun owner's responsibility to go get some training, to go and learn. State mandated, maybe not so much. Especially with the level of training that I've seen with some of these students that have come through from other classes. And I hate to say that about other people, but some people just don't take it serious enough. So it is your individual responsibility to not only be safe with the gun and how you're carrying it. So, having it in a good holster that covers the trigger guard completely, retains the gun so it doesn't just go flopping around, and making sure that it's secure to your body. And I say to your body because, ultimately that's the best way to do it. There are some cases that off-body carry is necessary, but then whatever you're carrying that gun in, whatever bag, purse, whatever, you need to keep that bag attached to you. You cannot let it go. You cannot set it down and walk away from it because there's a gun in there. The other thing is, with responsibility, making sure that concealed means concealed. Yes, Ohio is an open carry state. Honestly, we are an open carry state because we don't have a law that says that we can't. So it's kind of one of those quirky little things about it. So even with constitutional carry, and I think even more so, you need to go out and get training. And you need to learn, because God forbid you ever need your gun. One of the questions that's going to come up after is how much training have you gotten? And if you say, well, I just went and bought the gun, and because we can legally carry it after June 13th of 2022, I just put it in a holster and I strapped it to my body and that's what I did. That's going to get called into question on just how prudent you were being on safety and education and things like that. So be the bigger person, go and learn, go and train, and be prepared for the worst day of your life. This series is going to include some extra things talking about reciprocity and things like that also. So stay tuned for the following ones coming up in the coming weeks. Thanks so much, everybody. Take care.